Good evening and welcome. It's 8 p.m. on the clock and it's time for the news on NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. These are the headlines. Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. Arrest after 10 hours of questioning in the alleged liquor scam case. Chief Minister Kejriwal calls the arrest illegal. Attacks Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Nanded Hospital horror, big NDTV impact. Bombay High Court takes cognizance of the deaths at two hospitals, government hospitals in different districts of Maharashtra. Meanwhile, NDTV continues to focus on the issues that matter. Extensive reportage and ground report from Nanded Hospital of horror. Over 30 deaths in 48 hours at the government hospital. NDTV exposes the filthy conditions and lack of infrastructure. Bollywood actor Ranveer Kapoor summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. Ranveer summoned in gaming app case. Actor, as per sources of the Enforcement Directorate, was paid by app owners through the proceeds of crime. Meanwhile, some very tough questions and words as far as the top court is concerned. The Supreme Court wrapped the Enforcement Directorate in one of its judgment. All right, starting in the focus of 8 p.m. with the big story, which has not only repercussions as far as Delhi is concerned, but political ramifications across as well. Enforcement Directorate has arrested Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh. He was arrested after the ED, in fact, reached his residence early in the morning. Over 10 hours of questioning before Sanjay Singh was formally arrested. Remember, he has been arrested in the alleged liquor scam, which the Enforcement Directorate is investigating in the national capital. With Sanjay Singh's arrest, this becomes the third high-profile arrest from the Aam Aadmi Party after Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain and now Member of Parliament Sanjay Singh. Now, Sanjay Singh was interrogated all day by the Enforcement Directorate and he has now been arrested. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is expected to reach the residence of Sanjay Singh anytime soon. These visuals, ladies and gentlemen, of the time when he was taken out of his residence and was taken to the ED in their custody. Let's very quickly listen in to what Sanjay Singh said on his own arrest.
आज अचानक ईडी मेरे घर पे पहुंच गई। दिन भर छापेमारी की, सारी जांच की, सब कुछ खोद डाला, कुछ नहीं निकला। बावजूद इसके जबरन मेरी गिरफ्तारी की जा रही है।
विपक्ष के लोग जो हैं शासन की व्यवस्था में राज करने की नियत से और अपने घर परिवार को बेहतर करने के लिए आए हैं। ये मोदी सरकार है जिसने तय किया है कि ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा और भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त भारत के निर्माण में ये कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं। देश की जांच एजेंसियां भारत के नियम और कानून के तहत बनाई गई हैं ताकि देश में भ्रष्टाचार ना हो, अव्यवस्था ना हो। तो भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए हमने नहीं कहा इनको। भ्रष्टाचार अगर किया है तो उसके खिलाफ जांच भी होगी और सजा भी होगी और कार्रवाई भी होगी और न्यायपूर्ण व्यवस्था के तहत कार्रवाई होगी।
All right, and let me go across to my colleague Arvind Gunasekar, who is tracking the developments as far as this arrest is concerned very, very closely. Arvind, Sanjay Singh has been brought to the Enforcement Directorate office. Now, what will be the process from here on? And if you could break it down for our viewers, why is Sanjay Singh in trouble as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned?
The Enforcement Directorate has arrested Aam Aadmi Party's parliamentary party leader Sanjay Singh in connection with this Delhi Liquour Policy money laundering investigation. The Enforcement Directorate, taking cognizance of CBI's affair in the Delhi Liquour Policy, has initiated a money laundering investigation. During the course of the investigation, the Enforcement Directorate has already arrested Vijay Nair, Aam Aadmi Party's media in charge, along with Manish Sisodia, the former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister who was holding the Excise Department then, along with Buchi Babu, Binay Babu, also Abhishek Boyanapalli, who according to the Enforcement Directorate acted as a frontman for Kavita along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai. But finally, after arresting the private individuals, people who acted as an intermediary between the private companies who allegedly benefited out of Delhi Liquor Policy with the political executives of the Delhi government, this time the Delhi police this time the Enforcement Directorate knocked the doors of Sanjay Singh. So what we are being told by our sources is that Dinesh Arora, who has turned approver from accused in this particular case, has given a statement to the Enforcement Directorate that he collected funds for the Aam Aadmi Party for the previous assembly elections, and then he handed it over to Manish Sisodia, and it was Sanjay Singh who introduced Manish Sisodia to Dinesh Arora. That seems to be the first statement that has been given against Sanjay Singh. But what we are also being told is that after Satyendra Jain was arrested in a case of disproportionate asset money laundering investigation, according to our sources, several people have told Enforcement Directorate during the course of the investigation that it was Sanjay Singh who was managing the funds of Aam Aadmi Party, and people, the companies who allegedly benefited out of Delhi Liquor Policy gave funds to Sanjay Singh through Sanjay Singh for the Aam Aadmi Party. That seems to be other statement that has been recorded by the Enforcement Directorate, and that's why taking that as a statement on the strength of that particular statement, today Enforcement Directorate conducted searches at the premises of Sanjay Singh. After searches, the agency also briefly recorded the statement of Sanjay Singh, and noting that Sanjay Singh has not been cooperating with the investigation, the agency decided to arrest him, and he has been brought to the Enforcement Directorate office. Tomorrow, that is on Thursday afternoon, Sanjay Singh will be produced before the competent court, where the agency is expected to seek for the custody of Sanjay Singh.
You know, Arvind, he is now the third high-profile arrest as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. Their communication in charge, Vijay Nair, was also arrested as far as this case goes. Now, CBI has questioned Arvind Kejriwal once. Enforcement Directorate has not called the Chief Minister of Delhi so far. But after the arrest of Sanjay Singh, are we looking at Arvind Kejriwal, the screws tightening as far as Arvind Kejriwal is also concerned?
Ankit, keeping the speculations aside, but it looks in all probability, any logical conclusion of this particular case is at the doorstep of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, because the Central Bureau of Investigation, which is probing the predicate offence, has already recorded the statement of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. So, Enforcement Directorate, which is probing the secondary offence, which is the money laundering investigation, also has to record the statement of Arvind Kejriwal, because the predicate offence, the agency has already recorded his statement. So, it's just a matter of time when the Enforcement Directorate issues summons to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to record his statement in the money laundering investigation also.
Arvind, thank you for joining us with all those details. Arvind Gunaseka keeping a very close eye on the developments regarding the Enforcement Directorate's arrest of Sanjay Singh. Moving on to the big NDTV Focus impact. In fact, the Bombay High Court, after sustained coverage which we have been on since yesterday, has taken the suo motu cognizance of the Hospital of Horror, the Nanded Hospital. In fact, the Bombay High Court Division Bench has said that they are going to, they've sought the government to explain what the situation is. It's just not the hospital in Nanded, but in Sambhaji Nagar as well, which the Bombay High Court has questioned the government over. Tomorrow there is going to be an urgent hearing on this. But what I want to do right now, I want to show you the ground reports that my colleague Pooja Bharadwaj has been filing from Nanded, which completely flies in the face of the claims that the Maharashtra government is making, saying that there has not been any lack of equipment or medicines in these hospitals. Take a look.
Despair for the family of 21-year-old Anjali, who died at this government hospital at Maharashtra's Nanded just 48 hours after her baby, born alive and healthy according to the family, had died within hours of birth. The distraught family claims no senior doctor attended to Anjali, and that while the hospital has claimed that she died from blood loss, the blood the family collected for a transfusion was actually given to another patient.
मेरी बहन के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा गलत हुआ है मैडम। हमने उसे शनिवार को यहाँ पर एडमिट किया था मेरी बहन को, तो 1:30 बजे वो डिलीवरी हो गई नॉर्मल, 4 केजी का बच्चा था। और सोमवार के दिन क्या बोले बच्चा डेड हो गया, बोले, और बहन भी बहुत सीरियस थी। और आज बताए कि बहन चली गई तुम्हारी, बोले अचानक से बोलते हैं हमको। हमारा खर्चा 35,000 आया आज तक।
This latest incident adds to the multiple questions swirling around the Dr. Shankar Rao Chavan Medical College Hospital in Nanded, 607 kilometers from the state capital Mumbai, where over 30 patients died in just 48 hours, a death rate that is more than the usual for this busy government facility.
ये 16 नंबर,
An NDTV team visited the facility on Wednesday morning.
तो ये आप हालत देखिए।
To find shocking visuals of filth and mismanagement. Pigs roamed as relatives of patients went about their chores, some brushing their teeth, some washing utensils. Plastic bottles and wrappers clogged the drain.
और जो सफाई पर यहाँ पर सवाल उठते रहे थे कल, आज हम तस्वीरों में भी आपको दिखाते हैं। आप देखें, मरीज के परिजन यहाँ पर कोई बर्तन धो रहा है, कोई ब्रश कर रहा है, कोई नहा रहा है, लेकिन उसके बीच ही आप देखें यहाँ पर सुअर किस तरह से इकट्ठा है। तो सफाई की क्या हालत है, क्या तस्वीरें हैं, आप देख सकते हैं। कुछ महिलाएं हैं यहाँ पर, उनसे बात करते हैं। मैडम, क्या यही हाल हर रोज रहता है?
रोजच आहे मॅडम, रोजच आहे। आमच्या पेशंटला बघा ना काय करणार, आम्ही पोळ्यापासून हा तर 2दा शिजर झालं, 2दा टाक्या आहेत, अजून पाणी निघालं, पट्टी कराय काळजी घेणार।
क्या सफाई को लेके क्या काम हो रहा है यहाँ पर? सफाई को लेके क्या तकलीफ आप लोगों को हो रही है?
मॅडम सगळं बाहेरच आणावं लागते, काहीच नाही यांची सुविधा।
यहाँ पे आप लोग टॉयलेट इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहे?
कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहे, यहाँ के सब बाहर जाना, बाहर का लाना, क्या करना, गरीब लोग का कहाँ से लाना।
सरकार की तरफ से कहा जा रहा है कि दवाइयाँ हैं, तो
कुछ ही नहीं यहाँ पे, पूरा बाहर का लाना पड़ा, पैसे नहीं तो बच्चा मर चला।
सफाई कर्मचारी है यहाँ पे?
कैंटीन में काम करते मैडम।
कैंटीन में काम करते, तो आप झाड़ू क्यों लगा रही हैं?
ये यहाँ पे हम करते हैं, कभी भी साफ करते हैं।
आपको बोला गया अभी देख करके कैमरा ऑन है?
हम हमेशा करते हैं यहाँ पे।
अभी बताइए, ये हालत है, यहाँ पर सुअर घूम रहे हैं।
नहीं मैडम, कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते, खाली हमारा इतना एरिया, हम इतना हर रोज साफ करते हैं। इतना हम कैंटीन में काम करते हैं, हम यहाँ पे इतना रोज हम साफ सफाई करते हैं यहाँ पे। हाँ,
पर ये तो गंदगी की बहुत ज्यादा दुर्गति है
मैडम। दिन भर से लोग आते ना यहाँ पे, तो तो करते ही, क्या करेंगे, लोग सब आते हैं यहाँ पे।
मॅडम मदत कशी ह्याची माणसाची हालत आहे, इथून धरून कायच नाही। तुम्ही डिलिव्हरीच्या वार्डात चला, कशी हाल आहे, कशा बाया लढाल्या आता, आणि कसं कसं पेशंट अवघड आहे, कसे कसे लेकरायचे हाल आहे, कसे कसे काचा टाकलेले लेकर आहेत, ये तुम्हें इथून काय करना का।
ये जो महिलाएं हैं, ये कह रही हैं अगर आप अंदर डिलीवरी वार्ड में आएंगी, उस वार्ड की हालत देखिए, आपको समझ में आएगा कि पेशेंट किस हाल से गुजर रहे हैं। आप सफाई यहाँ पे कर्मचारी हैं, क्या सफाई होती है सर? आप देखें यहाँ पे हालत।
कर्मचारी कम है ना यहाँ पे।
क्या नाम है आपका?
मेरा नाम विट्ठल भोसले।
कर्मचारी कम है, कितने, किस संख्या में है यहाँ पे कर्मचारी?
अब उतना तो मेरे को मालूम नहीं है, हम टेंडर पे काम करते ना।
अच्छा,
हाँ।
तो आप ये देखिए, ये कैंटीन में काम करती हैं, झाड़ू लेकर ये चला रही है, लेकिन शायद ये आपका काम होना चाहिए ना।
सुअर क्या?
हाँ।
रोज रहता है,
रोज रहता है, तो नहीं रहना चाहिए ना।
उतना
अस्पताल के अंदर क्यों है?
वो गंदगी फैलाने, गंदगी जो रहती ना, वो खाते ना वो गंदगी बिंदगी, इसलिए नहीं ला के छोड़ेंगे। हाँ,
तो आपको सफाई तो करनी चाहिए। कितनी संख्या में आप लोग सफाई कर्मचारी कितनी संख्या में हैं यहाँ?
जो कर्मचारी है यहाँ पे, एक वार्ड नंबर 1 को 2-3 कर्मचारी ऐसा रहना चाहिए। एक कर्मचारी 2-2 वार्ड कहाँ से संभालेगा?
When the NDTV team entered the hospital, this is what they saw.
तो ये वार्ड नंबर 18 की आप तस्वीर देखें। एक बेड पे 2 पेशेंट आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं। इस एक बेड पे 3 पेशेंट हैं।
2 to 3 patients on one bed in ward number 18 for pregnant women. One woman who could not find a bed had been squatting on the floor for the past 10 days.
महिला आप देखें जमीन पर ही यहाँ पर बैठी हुई हैं। आपके लिए बेड नहीं है मैडम? इस पर है। नहीं, आप जमीन पे बैठी इसलिए आपसे बात कर रही थी। आपके लिए बेड नहीं है यहाँ पर? नहीं। ये आप अंदर शौचालय की हालत देखिए।
The condition of toilets is such that even pregnant women are sometimes forced to go out of the hospital to defecate.
इस वक्त मैं बिल्कुल बता सकती हूँ कि बदबू इतनी तेज है कि हमें यहाँ पे खड़े होने में भी मुश्किल हो रही है। तो आप लोग बिल्कुल भी इसका इस्तेमाल नहीं कर पाती, जाहिर सी बात है, वो देखकर कोई अंदर नहीं जा पाएगा।
पानी नहीं है ना, वो देखो पानी भरे वाला रहता, कभी नहीं रहता। ये यहाँ बाथरूम कर जाके बाहर जाके ना संडास को जगह नहीं, बाथरूम को जगह नहीं। लेडीज क्या करेंगे, कर्मचारी, ये पेशेंट क्या करेंगे, क्या करें? ये देखो पेशेंट कैसा मुंह धोना है।
एक बार खोल के वो पानी नहीं आ रहा है।
नहीं अभी है पानी नहीं है, कहाँ है कहाँ नहीं है,
नीचे गिर रहा है।
हाँ
बच्चे वाला जो खाना रहता है
इधर ही फेंकते हैं।
बच्चे वाला खाना इधर से फेंक दे रहे, इसके लिए अलग से डस्टबिन होना चाहिए, अलग से
बीमारी हो जाती है, बीमारी हो जाती है।
क्या बोल रहे हो?
ये ऐसे दिखे ना, बीमारी 100% हो जाती। ये देखो डेंगू देख रहे मच्छर,
डस्टबिन की कोई यहाँ पे सुविधा नहीं।
नहीं कोई सुविधा नहीं, मर जाते लोग, गरीब आदमी, बड़ा नहीं आदमी आता है।
महाराष्ट्र जैसे बड़े राज्य में और नांदेड़ जैसा शहर, फिर से एक बार बता दें कि 10वां सबसे बड़ा शहर है, मायने रखता है किस तरह से अस्पतालों की हालत, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक जिला नहीं, आप आसपास देखें यवतमाल, परभणी, हिंगोली, तेलंगाना से मरीज यहाँ पर आते हैं, दूर दूर से आते हैं और बहुत बड़ा अस्पताल है।
Of the total deaths under the spotlight in the last 48 hours, 16 are newborns. Very low weight premature babies need this kind of warmer machine. But shockingly, about 40 such machines are gathering dust in a corner of the hospital.
राज्य के विभिन्न विभागों की चिकित्सा खरीद पर सालाना 20,000 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा के खर्च का दावा है। सवाल है कि ये खर्च हो कहाँ रहा है? धूल खाते उपकरण, दवा, कर्मचारियों की भारी किल्लत और इस बीच 300 से भी ज्यादा डॉक्टरों का अचानक ट्रांसफर स्वास्थ्य विभाग की पोल खोल रहा है। इस सरकारी अस्पताल पर सिर्फ एक जिले की नहीं बल्कि आसपास के अकोला, परभणी, यवतमाल, हिंगोली, तेलंगाना के भी मरीज आते हैं, वहां का भी भार है। इस सोच के साथ वो आते हैं कि मुफ्त में अच्छा इलाज हो, लेकिन सच्चाई आपके सामने है। नेता कुछ भी कहें, आप तस्वीरों पर यकीन करें क्योंकि ये झूठ नहीं बोलती। नांदेड़ से कैमरा पर्सन प्रवीण जी रोहित के साथ पूजा भारद्वाज, NDTV।
There is anger, there is outrage, and there are many unanswered questions which the government of Maharashtra now needs to address. Moving on, in fact, actor Ranveer Kapoor has been asked to appear before the Enforcement Directorate on Friday. It is in connection with a case involving a gaming app. The actor has featured in several commercials promoting the app. The probe agency Enforcement Directorate has claimed that he was given a large amount of money in exchange, which was from the proceeds of a crime. Now, Mahadev online book app, the app at the center of this controversy, is an umbrella syndicate arranging online platforms for enabling illegal betting websites to enroll new users, create user IDs and laundering of money through a layered web of Benami bank accounts, the probe agency has alleged. Now, in the new rules for the online gaming, the government has prohibited any game that involves betting or wagering. Meanwhile, speaking about the Enforcement Directorate, the Supreme Court in a decision has come down heavily on the agency and its functioning, cancelling 2 arrests in a money laundering case. The Supreme Court, in a sharp rebuke to the Enforcement Directorate, said the probe agency could not be vindictive and must be seen to act with the highest degree of fairness. The Supreme Court went on to say on Tuesday, when it set aside the arrest of Basant Bansal and Pankaj Bansal, directors of Gurugram-based realty group M3M, in a money laundering case. In fact, the judgment reads, if every action of the Enforcement Directorate is expected to be transparent, above board and conforming to pristine standards of fair play in action, the Supreme Court said in its judgment, which has been uploaded today. In this case, the facts demonstrated that the probe agency failed to discharge its function and exercise its powers the court said in a sharp rebuke. Meanwhile, disturbing news from Sikkim, where a cloudburst triggered flash floods. 5 people have died so far. Over 60 are still missing. Now, sources in the government say highways, roads, bridges have been washed away and parts of Teesta River Dam has also been damaged. Now, power supply in many parts of Sikkim is severely impacted. Several army personnel are also missing. Rescue operations are on.
The fury of the flash floods in Sikkim. Parts of the National Highway 10 that connects the hill state to the rest of the country washed away, snapping road connectivity to the state. The NH10 is also crucial for movement of troops and supplies to the border areas. A cloud burst near the Lonak Lake in the upper reaches of Sikkim, leading to the excessive water flowing down the Teesta River, resulting in a flash flood early this morning. Downstream in Chungthang, the dam that generates electricity was breached, adding more water to the river in spate. Areas in Chungthang have also been evacuated. Further downstream in areas like Singtam, Balutar and Meli, the water of the swollen Teesta entered homes and shops. Chief Minister of the state, Prem Singh Tamang, rushed to the affected areas. Several bridges also have been washed away as flood water breached the danger levels.
In the IBM area, around about 100 to 150 buildings have been, 2 floors have been inundated by sludge. There is also reports of loss of life as of now.
But is there a certainty about the casualties?
Casualties we are still figuring out. We have, as of now, we are reporting around 20 missing.
In Bardam near Singtam, 23 army personnel missing as release of the water from the Chungthang Dam led to sudden increase in the water levels up to 15 to 20 feet high downstream. This led to army vehicles parked at Bardam getting severely impacted. 41 vehicles are reportedly submerged under the slush and the search operation is still underway.
There are about 23 army personnel who are missing and 41 vehicles who are stuck in the slush as of now. All the relief and rescue efforts are on.
The army and the NDRF are engaged in rescue operations. With Saurabh Gupta, Bureau Report, NDTV.